Serious?
Yeah, here we go. Go ahead.
Italian Cottage, take one.
Well, as you can see, we are here today with Brian and Robyn Katz, owners of Italian Cottage. My name is Katy Thoma, and I'm the president and CEO of the Chico Chamber. And I asked Brian and Robyn, actually, maybe about 2 months ago or more, if they would be willing to do a video with me so that they could share their pain and their success as they're maneuvering through this COVID season. And in the last, and it may have been more than 2 months, I'm not sure, but it's been a while. A lot has changed since then for Italian Cottage, lots of changes, and it's kind of bittersweet. But Brian and Robyn, thanks for coming today. And I want to just check in and see, how are you guys doing?
Hanging in there. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're definitely, coming up for a little air, I suppose, but, things are always exciting, always changing.
Yeah, dine in.
I don't know, dining's open for about 2 weeks now.
Okay.
That's different, as we all know. The dining in the restaurants is definitely a different feel than it used to be, but there's so many people that are out there that seem to...
They want to be there.
They don't want to wear the masks.
Yeah.
They just want life to be the way it's used to be. And I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to be happening, but our people at work are wearing their masks, and we're following the protocol. So
Awesome. So going back to when you had to close down both restaurants, and you applied for PPP, and we all know that the rules kept changing, which proved problematic, frustrating for lots of folks, including your bankers, I'm sure. And then now the loan forgiveness, the rules are changing. So I know you've kind of have gotten caught up in some of that. It's like, yeah, do we keep it? Do we give it back? Those kinds of things. But one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because recently the unemployment benefits have been extended. So how is that affecting, or is it affecting your staffing?
It's a little bit, but most of our employees have returned.
Well, I would say there's a good number that have returned,
Yeah.
but there are also, there's a pretty good number of them that don't want to return right now. They want to return, but not just yet, because the unemployment is too good,
And some people are afraid. There's a few employees that don't want to come out into the workforce because of all the latest, COVID now. There's this many more in Butte County.
And it seems there's some that are choosing to not come back to work, even though that could mean their unemployment will be, will eventually stop, but they're just not ready to come back into the workforce yet.
Yeah, we're hearing that quite a bit. So let's talk about the Skyway. So you decided to close the Skyway. So tell me about how that went and how you guys are doing with that.
Well, it's slightly convoluted. I'd say a big part of it was the COVID-19 situation, the closing of the dining rooms. That definitely put it right over the top. The situation over there has been a little tough since a new landlord took over the building, and things didn't quite, well, let's just say they didn't go at all the way they were supposed to go.
Yeah.
There have been some, our rent doubled over there because of this quote unquote state-of-the-art building we were in. But nothing changed inside our building, inside our space. So
I recall you actually had a leak in the roof, and
we had our whole ceiling cave in at one time, and the landlord told us not to go to our insurance company for it because he wanted to make good on it, and just to turn in the numbers to him, and we did, and nothing ever came of it. So, and that was years ago. That was a couple of years ago. So.
yeah.
The time and tide, COVID-19 definitely kicked us over the top.
Yeah. So I've heard rumors that you're going to expand.
We are. We're working on doing an outdoor area on the Esplanade.
Yep.
And gonna kind of close it in a little bit because we've also been having, and I'm sure you're hearing this too, but a lot of issues with homeless, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
They're
transient. I don't know.
they're coming in, they're
Drug users.
unplugging every outlet outside that we have, time clocks, the things that run our exterior lights to plug in phones and whatnot, and sleeping there, and then leaving their debris and whatnot around. And so we're going to put up a wrought iron kind of enclosure, sort of like you'll probably see going up all over town eventually here.
Yeah. And we're actually putting up a metal gate in front of the chamber office.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the guy
You just
that's
kinda do it.
doing the work for us is saying it's all over town that their people are putting these gates up and whatnot.
So what is this expansion? How much more seating is that going to provide?
Quite a bit. It's probably going to be, well, let's see, out front.
Well, I don't think there's going to be that much additional seating based on the fact that we're 50% capacity inside. So,
Oh, yeah.
so it won't really make our capacity higher. It will just probably bring it up to, a little bit closer to what it was. But we're gonna enclose the whole outdoor front garden area, and
Oh, nice.
so then umbrellas and tables, and we'll start serving out there.
I love it out there. So do we get to sit with the monkeys? You're not going to move them, are you?
The monkeys are gonna
They're
stay
gonna
somewhere.
stay.
I don't know if we're gonna leave them right where they are, or they might have to be relocated. We'll see.
But they'll be on the patio.
They'll be
somewhere.
half of
Yeah.
a six top, I think.
Yeah.
Three of the guys.
You want to sit with the monkey?
Yeah. One guy
That's
gets
great.
on the monkey side.
That's great. So, so you guys have been around, you've been in business 55 years, and I'm sure in talking with your mom, I don't think you have ever experienced anything like this in the history of the Italian Cottage.
Never ever.
I don't think I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I don't think so.
she hasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us could have ever, I truthfully never thought I'd see a day where the Italian Cottage was shut down for multiple days,
Yeah.
maybe a day or two, like if we had a big project or something, but the restaurant,
Yeah, keeps going.
it's like a perpetual machine. It keeps working, and that's, I think, what keeps it healthy and happy. And to shut it down the Esplanade never really shut down.
Right.
Did the takeout.
In fact,
Very
we-
limited staff. Yeah.
We never closed the Esplanade.
Yeah.
It continued to do takeout and delivery right on through.
That's great. So you're still catering?
Yeah, that's actually started back up again now, where people pick up food, or we drop off food.
So
Disposable.
you're still able to do larger groups, like if to an office or?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And some of the drug representatives that would use the Italian Cottage for luncheons and breakfasts and stuff for doctors' offices and whatnot have been coming back and starting to, because everyone's hands were tied for quite a while, as you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so-
good. So they're coming back. And you talk about people who, earlier about people coming back. I think that Italian Cottage is one of those places in town that is part of people's rotation. They go there for breakfast or brunch, on the weekends, or Tuesday mornings they meet with a group, or
Right.
so I know that I have one friend who meets there with a group of guys once a week, and so I think that was really hard for people. It was and I think being able to go back kind of brings some normalcy to people. I think there's a degree of comfort that you guys offer to
Definitely. I mean, even to take it back to when the fire occurred in Paradise,
Yeah.
there were people coming in just to sit in the booth and feel some, like you say, some normalcy of sitting there. And if you said the wrong thing, they'd burst into tears, which was understandable.
Sure.
I mean, our waitresses were crying with the customers, but yeah, there's that comfort level, and that, and you come in and the sawdust and the pastrami sandwich, and give me an olive in my beer, and I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, I was talking to another restaurateur downtown, and he was saying that they're finding that their customers will say, "Do you mind if we have one more cocktail? We're just enjoying being here so much. We don't want to leave." You know.
Yeah.
And getting out, you know, and having to be in your house, and especially if you don't cook very much, you're cooking all
Yeah.
the time.
Sure, sure. So when do you think your expansion? I mean, have you started the work or?
Yeah, we're
In a sense, yeah, we've already started marking off the parking lot and getting ready to figure out how it's all going to take place.
Yeah.
So when do you think that'll be available?
Hopefully in the next month.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
say it'll
thinking
happen
like
within
August,
a month,
maybe.
but it could be. I
Maybe
mean, you could
August?
see things happening by
Sure.
then. Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's great. So are you going to do anything in the back? I know at one time you talked about expanding to the back part of the restaurant. Are you still considering that?
Well, you know, it's going to take a little more money to do the back project that we want to do. So we need to just get
Yeah. We need to
get
get
past
back on
the
our feet.
50% capacity and
Yeah.
get past to a point where we're doing the numbers so that we can fund the back project. But what it would be an outdoor dining area similar to some of the patios you see around, you know, with
Maybe a bar of some sort back there. And
yeah, maybe some bocce ball or something going on, and
Well, that'd be nice. That'd be very Italian of you. Yeah.
debating the wood burning oven, you know, back there. And I think that we've got a couple areas. It's just a matter of logistically how to get it done, because
the cost.
way back in the corner of the lot, there's that shaded area,
Yeah.
big pecan tree and whatnot. It's like that'd be a great place to do it.
Mhm.
It's just
That'd be
how
fun.
do we get the food from the restaurant to there. So there's a thought about possibly doing a food truck and parking the food truck out there and
Having a cool outdoor space.
and having a cool outdoor space.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be very fun. That'd be
Yeah.
very fun. Well, I'm glad that you guys are hanging in there, and you've stayed the course, and you're upright, and you've maneuvered through PPP and shutting down a restaurant, and open for dining. I know you were doing curbside, and know that you guys have just, I think it's really been amazing. And Brian, I appreciate you and Robyn both, who have been helpful with, you know, some of the opening and providing some input on the challenges of trying to get open has been really helpful. So I appreciate your availability, taking our calls, answering our emails. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, we
Thank you.
appreciate you guys too.
Yeah. So is there anything else you want to share?
Can't think of any news. No new news.
What's the
huh?
new news? We're
You're
still
open.
here, you
We're
know.
still here.
We're just
Hanging in there.
you know, you say the navigating the PPP loan. We're still navigating that.
I
We
know.
will
Yeah.
see how that works out in the end. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling, you know, like the reason they took it from the 8-week program to the 24-week program was because of our industry, because of the restaurant industry. Dining rooms weren't even open yet.
Yeah.
Right.
So how could we bring all of our employees back? And there was the, oh, well, you were supposed to be paying your employees, you know, with that money. But then when you read stuff, it says, well, that would be considered fraud
Yeah, because they weren't even
for us
back
to
yet.
pay people
Yeah.
to sit at home.
So it's like,
Right.
So
anyways, yeah.
it's
We
so
can go on and on
twisted
with that.
that particular one is going to be an interesting hurdle.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Great talking with you, and I'll be in soon, I'm sure, for a chef salad or a meatball sandwich, my favorite.
All right. Well,
All
thank you.
right. Take care, you guys. Thank you.
Katie.